Our first guest today is an actor currently starring as an MI5 agent in the top spy show Spooks. We have to admit, we were more than impressed when we clapped eyes on his weapons. Please welcome Britain's sexiest secret agent, Max Brown.
Covered in lip gloss now. Yeah. There you go.
That was a lovely clip. I have to say, that's from the show on Sunday, isn't it?
That's Sunday's
Don't tell us what
episode.
happens.
I'm not allowed anyway.
Wow.
So.
Is it the last one ever?
It's the last ever episode of Spooks.
Ever.
I'm counting on you all tuning in.
You're holding up quite well, though, in the ratings, aren't you, since you're opposite
Downton, yeah, is on as well. Another great drama. Bit of period or a bit of, spy show.
So it's been running...
You know when you do Spooks, do you actually do your own stunts?
I do all of them, apart from that clip you just showed.
Of course.
Which is slightly disappointing, because they, were driving that Hummer so quickly towards me. They didn't want me to stand there while they kind of kicked out the back
So what
end,
kind of stunts would you do as Dimitri?
I've jumped over balconies, I've,
Really?
dived out the way of explosions, I've done everything. A lot of the driving is all me as well, so...
You're going to
get
miss all
injured
that
at all,
action,
though?
man stuff.
Have you ever been injured? Yeah.
Have you been injured?
I did get a slight pull this year, actually. Yeah, I pulled my back slightly. So there's a clip on the opening credits, which... thank you for the sympathy.
Move away from Denise, you'll be pulled again.
Yes, just watch yourself over there.
Wow.
You'll notice that her
Have you
stool
ever had
starts
an older
nudging
woman,
towards...
Have you ever whittled an oldie?
I'm not sure I'm allowed to answer that question.
You don't have
early
to.
days.
Take
So, what do you think has been the... Why do you think Spooks has been such a massive success? What do you think's, made people tune in their millions?
I think it's been the writing, It's been well-produced and the writers have always kept up with kind of what's current and been a step ahead of the papers in what the latest kind of threats and stories have been. And I think it's been, 10 years of really good, edge-of-your-seat drama.
10 years it's been on?
Yeah, 10 years.
How long have you been in it?
Just 2.
Do you have to go to, spy places and learn how to...
There was a
spying?
threat of going to one, but we never actually did it. So you get kind of on-set training with the firearms and how to drive.
I've been to
You've
a
been to
spy
spy
school.
school.
Have you?
Yeah,
You
I
throw
can...
the axes. That's the only thing I wanted to do.
I did all sorts of things with different men. I don't know what else.
You sure that was spy school?
Well, yes, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no difference.
My name's Miss Funny Fanny.
So, Max, what are you going to do now? What's your next move?
Well, I'm currently out in the States, actually. I'm in talks for a couple of projects out there, so hopefully I'll have some
You've had
good
such a
news.
fantastic, varied career, though.
From Crossroads with
I
Sherry.
know.
Yes, I
I did
know.
Down to Earth with you
Down
as
to
well.
Earth, I know,
I did an
absolutely.
episode
Put
of
it
that.
about
Have you done anything?
I haven't, no.
No, he's done nothing with me, I can tell you that. For starters. But then, of course, we saw you in The Tudors, which is, amazing
Yeah, I
series.
loved that show. That was
Yeah.
a lot of fun doing
That's
that.
huge, that show, isn't it?
It was. It did very well in America, which has opened some doors out there. So,
OK.
yeah.
That's how it
So
works
you're getting married to the beautiful and probably very slim Annabelle, aren't you?
And
Yeah.
I said
young.
Bristol.
And young.
And young.
Yeah.
She's a model, isn't
How many
she?
she had?
She's just the one.
Yeah, right. Well done, Annabelle.
I don't know if you were tuned in. We were talking about how important, or is it important, or is it a turn-off or a turn-on to know how well whittled your partner's bedhead may be?
I don't know, It's an awkward question.
Have you ever been asked, though? Have you ever been out with someone who's asked the question or you've had the conversation?
What my number is? Yeah, it's come up.
Yeah.
And were you truthful?
I've been truthful, yeah.
How many times did it come up over the years?
Don't embarrass it.
It's just red.
a normal question.
Is it a normal...
God.
Obviously, obviously in Spooks, you know, you're the kind of the James Bondy figure, the hunky figure, and this. Do you mind all this sex symbol image, or do you quite enjoy it?
There we go, there's my answer. They're all in my head. I love it.
What would be your ultimate role, though? Because I'm kind of expecting you to say James Bond.
I think that's every British actor's
Do you know what?
ultimate
You'd
role,
be
to be
great
honest.
as James Bond.
Yeah,
Don't you think? Fantastic.
You would, actually.
Would you be happy with Miss Funny Fanny over there?
I'd have to have you written in the contract, surely, as my secretary.
Well, thank you. I've heard a rumour that Daniel Craig is not going to do anymore. Oh. So is that what you're in talks in America?
Maybe I'll get an audition. We'll see.
You know, at the end of Spooks, do people die?
It's a serious question, please.
Yes,
it's not all of us are going to make it.
There you go, you see. Not all of us are I hope you don't die.
Max, we hope that next time you're on Loose Women, you come back as James Bond.
Yes,
Sherry.
and Funny Fanny
So do
will
I.
be behind you.
And excuse us today, because it's a bit like Carry On Loose Women. It is! So much you can do going
I'm glad I
But
was
Max,
invited
thank you
on.
so much for coming in. Max Brown, everybody.